Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Automation Hub. So from today we are going to start Cucumber BDD Framework, Selenium with Java. So I will explain all the components, whenever we are creating any BDD framework, what are the components we use and why we use, and what is the use of BDD, right? So first of all, I want to explain what is BDD. So BDD is behavior driven development. This is the full form of BDD, right? So using BDD framework, you can test any feature and writing the test steps in the Gherkin like readable format, right? So whenever you are using BDD framework, you will use Gherkin keyword, right? So what are the Gherkin keyword? Like given, when, then, and as, but. So these all are Gherkin keyword, right? So I will explain all the components, why we are using all the components, and what is the use, right? So guys, this is the most popular whenever you are using Selenium. So this is most popular framework nowadays because every organization mostly using this BDD framework because this is a very good approach whenever you are writing any test step in the form of BDD framework, in the form of feature file, you will understand steps clearly. Like any person who is not related to automation or not related to IT background, but if they read the feature file, they will understand like what are the steps you are following to testing that feature, right? So if I want to test login feature, I will follow write down the steps how I am going to test login feature, right? So we will mention all the steps inside the feature file, right? So first of all, guys, what are the main component? So guys, main component of BDD framework is feature file, step definition for class, and test runner class. So these three all are the main component whenever you are creating any BDD framework, right? So if someone ask you, like if interviewer ask what are the main component when you are creating BDD framework, so you will say there is a feature file, there is a step definition class, there is a test runner class. We create all the three component to achieve the BDD framework, right? Okay. So first of all, what is the feature file? So first component is feature file. Whenever you are going to test any application, you need to create one feature file, right? So if I want to test one login feature, right? So I will mention like login feature. I will show you 1 second. So first of all, in the feature file, we mention like scenarios or scenario outline, and then we use Gherkin language keyword. So Gherkin language keyword is given, when, then, and as, but. So these all are Gherkin language keyword, right? So I will explain feature, right? So already created one feature here for demo purpose, but I will show you one live demo also. But for now, for understanding, just look at this. So this is the application login feature. So I just mentioned the feature here. What feature we are going to uh, test? Login page feature, right? So I'm going to test this feature. You will mention like this. Th- This is the login feature file, right? So whenever you are going to create any Cucumber framework, you need to create log feature file. So right now I am checking the login functionality. So I created one login feature file, right? So the name is login.feature. So the extension will be dot feature, right? So whatever the feature you are testing, you will write the name, then dot feature. So in that way, we will understand this is the feature file, right? Then we need to use Gherkin keyword. So right, as you can see, I use Gherkin keyword here, given, when, then, and it depends on you, like what are the Jenkins keyword you are going to use whenever you are going to create the any feature file, right? So we have multiple keyword, right? Like given, when, then, and as, but. As per your test steps, you can mention as per you. But here I'm showing one demo here. So simple, see, first we will write the scenario, right? Inside the feature file, we need to write scenario, right? So scenario will be login page scenario. I'm going to check login page scenario, right? So simple, I mention here the login page scenario. Just mention whatever you are checking, whatever you are testing, which feature you are testing, just mention the scenario. Like testing, whatever you are testing, whatever feature you are testing, you just mention here. First feature here, you just name mention the name of the feature, then scenario, what scenario you are testing, right? So this you will enter the name scenario here. So writing scenario, simple, write the scenario, then colon, then mention the scenario name, right? I just mentioned as a demo purpose, simple login page scenario, right? Then I'm going to perform the steps, right? So I want to log in the page, right? So simple, given, what is given? User is on login page. So user already on login page, right? So once user is on login page, when user click on login button, right? Then user move to home page, right? Then user verify home page title. So simple, user when user enter username and password, right? And I will use and keyword also here, and click on login button. So here I also used and, right? And keyword, right? So and I used here, and then click on login button, then user move to home page, then user verify home page title. So these all are steps I mentioned here, like whatever step I'm following in the testing the feature, login feature, all the steps I mentioned here. So if non-technical person is reading this feature file, you no person will understand, right? So this is the login page scenario we are testing. So right now user already is on login page, is on login page, right? When user enter username and password, like if user entering username password and clicking on the login button, then user move to the home page. So when user enter username or password and going to click on login button, so the output will be user is on home page, right? Then user verify the home page title. So like this you need to write the steps. So this is the easy way, right? Anyone can understand what are you are performing, right? So this is the way we create feature file, right? So you can also, one thing, you can add multiple scenarios inside the one feature file, right? If I want to add another scenario, right? Simple, I will write this way and like this you can create multiple scenarios, right? Scenario 1, scenario 2, it depends on you how many scenarios you are going to enter create inside the feature file. So if login feature is there is multiple scenario, right? Negative scenario, positive scenario, or like you want to enter incorrect username password, or you want to uh, don't want to enter anything and just click on login button, like there is a multiple scenario. So you can create multiple scenario like this is the login page, like login page negative scenario, right? Login page positive scenario, like this you can create multiple scenario, right? And I will like this, I will write the same way here. So every feature there will be unique scenarios and unique feature file, right? So write this. So you can create multiple scenarios inside the same feature file, right? Okay, first thing is done. What is the feature file? Feature file is simple. As I mentioned, you write the Gherkin keyword, and using Gherkin keyword you write the steps to test the scenario, right? And you will mention the scenario or scenario outline. It depends on you. Whatever you want to mention, you can use any one of them. And this is the feature files. So guys, you understand, right? So whenever you are testing any feature, you need to create the fun feature file, and you need to add all the Gherkin keyword. Then you will write the steps, how you are going to perform the testing using those steps, right? So this is the feature file component. Second is step definition class. So when you create feature file, then the same using same feature file, we need to create step definition class, right? So inside the step definition, we basically write the code, Selenium or Java code or annotation we use. So I will show you here. So like see here. So see, I created one login feature here, right? So when you are creating one login feature, so you need to create one login step definition also. So see here, I created here one step definition. Login step definition. You need to mention the same name like the login feature, then the login step definition. Step definition you need to add with the name, right? So login step definition. Created one login step definition, right? Then how we are going to create? So simple. See here, I created this login page scenarios. Simple, guys. Here, inside the step definition, you don't need to select the main method. Just create one class and mention the name as a login step definition, right? Then you need to use given. Whatever the annotation you are using inside the feature file, you need to use the same annotation inside the step definition, right? So the given first line is given. Given user is on login page. So the same step definition I will write here using at the rate symbol given. This is the annotation given. At the rate given is the annotation and I need to use this in this form. There is a format you need to follow. This is the format. So simple use annotation, then round bracket, and then double quote. Inside the double quote you need to write the same step, this like this. You need to copy this like this. User is on login page, just copy here and paste it here. First here I did the same way. Don't change anything, like don't like in caps or a small letter. Simple copy paste the same sentence here with the annotation and double quote. Inside the double quote, then you need to use arrow, upper arrow, and then this dollar at the end. First use upper arrow, then dollar. The way simple at the rate given, then write the steps and inside the double quote, then this arrow we need to use in the beginning and the dollar in the end. So this way compiler will understand this feature we are going to mention, like this feature, right? So first of all, I write it, I am going to create the step definition for this line. So given, I did here. Then we need to create one method. So public void, I just mentioned public void. You can give any name, whatever you want to give inside this, but I just use the same name. So in that way you can understand better way, like this is the this step method is this, right? So I just used like this, but you can give any name. It depends on you how you are going to give, right? Then you need to just curly braces, you need to open the this curly braces, then you need to create the code. You need to write the code here. Right now I just mentioned system.output.println because I want to check like if this step is working or not. I am not writing any code here. I am just for the explaining purpose I just write it down the print out condition, right? So here I just want to mention some code like some output. So whenever you are going to run this script, see the output in the console like given hello given or hello when. I just mentioned like this for the testing purpose, for the demo purpose, right? I will show you another in the another tutorial how we are going to perform, how we are going to write. But for now and for understanding, just I just write it down the printout condition here. So whenever this function will run, so this condition will print out in the console, right? So first step is done, right? We need to write it down all these steps, right? Inside the step definition because we are following the login feature file, right? Then I am going to create one when annotation and I will copy this line here. Copy here, login step, then simple @when, and enter the same line here inside the curly round bracket, right? And use the double quote, and in the beginning just upper arrow, and at the end you need to use dollar symbol. So this is the way to write annotation, right? Feature annotation, right? Then create the method. This is the formatter, guys. You need to follow whenever you are using BDD. You need to follow this way, this format. Then, like compiler will understand this is the step for this feature. This step is for this annotation, and this step for is this annotation, right? So this is the format we need to follow. So the same way I created here one method, then I am declaring one printout condition here, right? We will discuss, we will create another project, and then I will show you the coding part. But for now, understanding, this is the way we create step definition file, right? So see here, I created all the annotation, like whatever annotation I'm using here, I'm going to create the same annotation here. Like see, I added this step diff right now, right? So I will create one annotation like this here. When, after when, first of all I need to change this. So I will change here when condition. So simple when annotation I will use, and copy this, right? So I just did change this. Then after that, when I need to use and annotation I need to use, then round bracket, then double quote, guys. Then just copy the sentence, copy this line, click on login button, right? So I'm going to copy here inside this double quote. Then what we need to do, we need to use the upper arrow, like here, and then in the end part we need to use dollar symbol, right? Like this. Then we need to do what, we need to create one method, public void. I will use the same name as I mentioned before for the understanding purpose. So like this, you can use underscore, so this way you will see no error, right? I just use this way, right? I created one method, then curly braces, right? And then you can use the printer. I'm going to use printout conditions, so in that way you will understand, right? Okay, one second here, hello, and like this, right? And we need to import this and annotation, right? So simple, you use import and cucumber.api.java.en. This package we will import and annotation, right? So see, no error is there right now. So now our step definition is perfect. So see here, I write it down to then step. So see here, to then annotation will be there, right? So this way, like, you need to write it down the all the steps one by one. Using the same annotation you need to use inside the login step definition. Then you can add any code here, any Java Selenium code inside the method, right? But the format will be same. First use annotation for the same line, and use the same line, just copy paste here. Then you can mention any name, method name here, but don't change any sentence here inside the annotation, because this, if you are changing this, you will get the error, right? So don't change anything, just copy paste here. Then you, for the method name, you can mention any method name. There is no issue for writing down any different name. There is nothing wrong. But if you are giving annotation, you need to copy paste the same annotation line, right? Whatever you mention in the feature file, you need to copy here, right? So this is done. So feature file is done, right? So for now, I will show you the run part. So I'm going to remove this. Simple, right? See here, I just added one scenario here, login page scenario, and added some steps to test that scenario, right? Okay. After that, I created one step definition class. Inside step definition, I'm writing all the annotations steps, and I'm writing the code. So instead of code, I just write it down the step printout statement, but you can write out write it down any code as per your statement, right? For now, testing purpose, we can see the printout condition. So we will see the output in console, right? So write down C. Step definition part is done. So second component is completed, right? Because step definition, we write the Java code or Selenium annotations, right? So this part is done. So you created one feature login feature file, then you created one login step definition class. Then we need to create one test runner class, right? So simple guys, I created here test runner class. See here. Inside this guys, in the test runner class, we need to mention few things. First, we use runner class to run feature file, right? If you want to run any feature file, you need to create runner class. There is other way also right now, like whenever you can in the framework you can create like one base class, and you can mention the main method inside that base class, and you can connect the feature file mention there, and you can add the step definition location there. So in that way you can also run the feature file. But for now, for Cucumber, we simple use test runner class. We write the location, all the we mention all the location inside the test runner class, like where we are storing our feature file, where we are storing step definition class, and how we are running the code, right? So these all things we write it down in the test runner class, right? We need to mention Cucumber options, and we need to add the rate run with Cucumber dot class. These two condition we need to write inside the test runner class, right? For now, so simple, create one test runner class. Don't add any Java main Java method, just simple write test runner dot Java class. Then above this, like in this class, we need to add these commands, right? We need to add this annotation run with and cucumber dot class. We need to add this. Then you need to add cucumber options at the rate cucumber option annotation, right? And inside this, we will mention the feature file path, the step definition file path. We will use another cucumber option also, like tag or there report option also there. There are multiple options. Cucumber option is there. I will explain in the different tutorial how what are the options, cucumber options are there, and what are the options we can use. But for now, just we are going to add feature. Just mention feature double equal sign, then in the double quote mention the path. So simple, my login feature is there. So simple, right click, go to properties and copy the path. I'm going to copy this path, and simple under double quote you need to mention this path. So I just mentioned the here the path where my feature file is there. So like this. I did mention, then use comma, then use glue. Why we use glue? Glue means we are going to mention the step definition. Where is my step definition file, right? Class. So simple, my step definition is here. You can provide the path here also. You can give the step definition name, or you can give the exact path like I did for property file, like simple properties, then copy this path. You can mention like this, or you can simple give the login step definition name. Whatever the step definition you want to run, you can mention here. If there is a multiple step, simple just use comma, then write the different step definition also. So in when you write the like two step definition, so both step definition will run, right? In the same way, if you want to run multiple feature, you can use multiple feature, right? It depends on you, but for now, simple C, I did write it down the login step definition. So this way, we mentioned both files location inside the test runner class, right? Okay, see. One thing I wanted to show you here. So see here, for the test runner class, we basically use for execute the code, execute the feature file. Simple. And we inside the test runner class, we add the feature file location, we add the step definition file location, we use the reporting part. We can use reporting part, or we can use format part. There is a multiple Cucumber options are there. I will create another video tutorial for basically for Cucumber option, because there is a multiple things we need to explain, right? So I'm not going to explain anything right now. I'm going to show you how we are going to run this. Simple. So right now, see, did copy this part. So right now you can see here we created one feature file, one step login step definition, and one is test runner. So let's assume I'm going to comment this all these things. I'm going to comment this. So simple. I'm going to comment, add block comment. I just added one comment here. Block comment. See. So right now there is a no step definition here, right? I commented out all the step definition, right? And I created one feature file, right? And here there is a test runner class I created, right? And I want to create step definition. And so what will you do? Simple, run this. Right click on the test runner class, go to run as, and run as JUnit. Select JUnit. I'm going to select this. So when I'm going to select this, see here. So if you don't write any login step definition, and you just edit down the feature file, and just if you are running the test runner class, you will see in the console all the annotation are created. All the annotation step definition annotation created here. So this is saying these you can implement missing step with the snippet below. So these all steps are missing, right, in the step definition. So you can copy paste. You can add this like simple select all the these, and you can paste inside the step definition in the same way I did, right? So once you paste like this, if you are going to paste like this, simple just remove this and add the code here. So yeah, compiler did like what they did, they give you the syntax, like they gave the syntax, just you need to add the code here. They created the step definition for you, like the steps annotation for you for all the steps. You just need to write it down the code inside the method. So they did help you, like they created annotations for you. You just need to add the code inside the method. They give you the format, right? So this is the way. If you are not creating any login step definition, just create feature file and just run the test runner class. So you will get the format, right? So you see here one scenario unidentified, five steps. Inside the scenario we have five steps, right? And all steps are missing. So they gave the format here, snippet here. So simple, we need to copy paste and we need to update the code, right? For because I already created, so I'm going to remove here, and I'm going to unblock this comment. So simple, remove the comment, remove block comment. So I did remove the block comment, so my annotations are there, right? So here you can see in the advanced Cucumber like version, if we are going to run feature file, simple just right click on this, go to run as, and you will see the Cucumber feature option. You will see the Cucumber feature option to run, right? But in the previous version, I think there is no way to run feature file. Already need only to run using test runner class. But for now, I can see I can run the my login feature file. So simple, let's run this feature file and see if the output is coming or not, right? So, I'm going to just click on the login feature file and run as. You will see Cucumber feature. So simple, I'm going to run this. See, once this will run, you will see this output, right? Hello given, hello when, hello and, hello then, right? So all these output I mentioned here inside these steps, right? And also you will see the output login scenario. This scenario is run, and see this annotations is run, and this is the output. So we get the output, right? One scenario is passed, all steps are passed. So we got the output, right? So this is the way to create feature file or step definition file or test runner class. So this is the Cucumber. This is the BDD framework I followed here, and I created one feature file, I created one step definition class, and I created one test runner class. And all these three things I did created for creating BDD framework, right? Then I'm just logging here. So when I'm running this feature file, you will see the output, the correct output I can see here. And also one thing, whenever a compiler runs, so all these steps will run one by one, right? There is no like if this step is running, then you will get the this step. No, this will execute in the sequence. One first this will execute, then this will execute, then this will execute, then this will execute. Like this will follow the sequence. Whatever you are mentioning here, you will this will follow the same sequence here, right? So the same way I did is I write it down here, so the same sequence this will follow. So right, so we got the output. So guys, this is the BDD framework. I explain you about BDD framework, how we create feature file, how we create step definition class, and how we create test runner class. BDD framework, how we create feature file, step definition file or test runner class, but I will create another tutorial also for the advanced purpose, advanced version of BDD framework, right? So thank you so much guys for watching this tutorial. Please subscribe my channel and please click on the bell icon so you will get the notification whenever I will upload the tutorial. And please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.